Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at the weekly Minks Monday Q&A. Before we get started, let me share the bag that I'm currently rocking, and that is the Chanel Jumbo in the black caviar leather with the gold hardware. Alright, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, let's start your work, let's go to work, let's do your laundry, whatever they do, come join me. We have some awesome topics to cover today. Starting with the first question from Amanda B. I'm not going to pronounce your last name because I know I will butcher it, but I am curious if you still have your mini Pochette. Do you still recommend it? It looks like they might be discontinuing them, and I have noticed the price is high on the pre-loved market. I snagged one in Damien Ben, but I'm hoping I will love it as much as others do. Just want to see if yours still made your heart sing. Alright, so first and foremost, congratulations on your Damien Ben mini Pochette. And do I still have it and do I still recommend it? I absolutely do. I actually have 3 of them. I have in the Damien Ben, I have it in the Tahitian Demi-Azur, and the Monogram. This is the one that I'm currently using. And I agree with you. The prices on these on the pre-loved market have gotten ridiculous. And from what I've heard, they're not necessarily discontinuing them. They're more so, they're slowing down the production of them so that way the fashion house can focus on other small leather goods that are, you know, mostly all leather. But I think that this guy is absolutely amazing. I use it almost every single solitary day, and I know that some people aren't too crazy about it just because of the size, but I find it to be incredibly versatile. You know, you can use it as a catch-all, as a cosmetic pouch, as a little wallet, as a little handbag, a little clutch. I feel like the possibilities are endless when it comes to this. And yeah, I absolutely do. Any chance that I can, I either end up using this or the Chanel, the Beauty CC pouch, just because they're similar. But in all honesty, between the two, this one fits a lot more than that one does. So the fact that it's small, but it still packs a punch and you can use it in various ways, I think makes this by far one of the best small leather goods that the fashion house has. You know, so again, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think it is incredible. So yes, I still have them. Do I recommend them? Absolutely, I do. So once again, congratulations on yours, and hopefully I was able to help. Next question from Stacy Smith. My husband is a money clip guy versus a wallet guy. Do you have any experience with luxe money clips, like the Chanel Classic money clip, for example? All right, so let me insert a picture very quickly of the Chanel money clip. I think that money clip is gorgeous, and from what I've seen, it's also very durable, especially if you end up finding the one in the caviar leather, not so much the lambskin leather. But I have personally not had any experience with money clips. I know I ended up buying my husband a Coach one. I think it was probably, I don't know, 8 years ago, and he used it for probably a day or two, and quickly he realized that he is not a money clip guy. He is definitely a wallet guy. But I really like the way that they look. I feel that there's a type of sophistication that the money clip brings, and I know that some people aren't too fond of them because they feel that they're a little bit more antiquated, or maybe that it doesn't carry as much as they might need. But I feel that if you're the type of person that doesn't necessarily carry too many cards, you carry you know, a bit of cash with you, and it's just a very, very minimal look, I think that the money clip is a fantastic way to go. Another one of my favorites is the Tiffany & Co. because Tiffany & Co. has a few different money clips, and they also have one with the option to be able to engrave it. Let me insert a picture of that one right now. It's really nice, right? It's very simple, and the fact that you can engrave it or you can make it a little bit more personal, I think that's a really, really nice gift. Yeah, I know not everyone really likes the money clips, but I appreciate them. I think that they're beautiful. I think that they're very, I don't know, like I said, it brings that type of sophistication to however it is that you're carrying your items. So fantastic question. Hopefully I was able to answer it. Next question from Suzanne Livingstone. I have a few Louis Vuitton canvas bags. I live in one of the Canadian provinces that gets horribly cold in the winter. We can hit -30 on some January days. Would you use canvas when it's this cold? This is an awesome question, and unfortunately I don't have too much experience when it comes to cold weather. Where I live, the coldest it really gets is maybe 30 degrees at night. So my apologies for not being able to really be able to give you an answer. I imagine it would be okay, especially since you're not going to be out in that type of weather too long. So if you're going from the car to the store or vice versa. But I turn to you guys. For those of you that live in cold parts of the world, do you end up using your canvas bags? And if you do, when it gets that cold, have you noticed that there's any type of cracks, any type of wear, or anything like that. Any information that you can, let us know in the comment section down below, because I am curious, you know, because when you go on the Louis Vuitton website and it kind of tells you how to care for your item and the type of climate that you know, you should end up carrying your bag, if you will. It never says anything about cold weather, so I wonder if that has an impact as to how it'll wear over time, you know? So again, anything that you guys can share with us in the comment section down below, I would appreciate it, and hopefully we get some awesome feedback for you. Next question from Handbag Crunch. How has your taste for luxury grown over the years? What was your favorite brand when you started purchasing, and is it the same now? I noticed when I first started purchasing, I preferred logo bags, but now I appreciate leather bags without logos. This is an awesome question, and I feel that my taste for luxury has definitely shifted in a completely different direction than when I first started purchasing them. Very similar to you. In the beginning, I used to buy bags that had a lot of logos. I felt that the more logos it had, the better. And now I end up going for the bags that don't have the logo, or something that's a little bit more simple, just because I feel that simplicity ends up speaking volumes, you know, but that's all a matter of personal preference. The first luxury brand that I bought was Louis Vuitton. I've said it before, I will always have mad love for the fashion house, but I have also kind of started to step away from them as the years have gone by, and the one that I seem to be buying the most these days is Chanel. Especially when it comes to their small leather goods with colors. I never thought that I'd end up going for colors as much as I have now, just because I felt that black, whether it was handbags or small leather goods, that was always kind of my comfort zone. But it's crazy to see, you know, in the amount of time that I have been purchasing luxury goods, how much my taste has changed. And, you know, when I think of, you know, logo this, logo that, and don't get me wrong, I still like logos. I think that they're beautiful, but I don't necessarily want a handbag that's too loud or maybe too in your face. I want something a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more understated. Sometimes I'll say that, because I still have bags that I absolutely love and I absolutely rock all the time that do have that logo. But still, it's kind of funny when you think about how your taste does change as time goes by, you know, whether you end up going a completely different direction, or maybe some people end up staying exactly the same way. But I am curious, what about you guys? How has your taste changed? Have you noticed that it has gone, you know, to a completely different extreme, or are you, you know, do you still end up getting the same bags that you did way back when? Whatever the case may be, if you guys want to, let us know in the comment section down below. Another thing that I will also say is that I've started to notice, especially within the last 6 months, is that while I do like luxury handbags, I've started to kind of venture into other brands that maybe aren't as mainstream, and those seem to be capturing my attention a lot more lately. So I just thought I'd throw that out there as well. But again, fantastic question. If you guys want to share, let us know in the comment section down below. Next question from Kimberly K. I need your advice. My niece is graduating high school in a few months. She's graduating #1 in her class with a 4.9 GPA in National Honor Society. She's had a rough time lately parent-wise, and I'd like to get her a small leather good as a gift for graduation. What would you suggest for a young girl starting college? Oh man, first and foremost, major congratulations to her. That is absolutely amazing. She should be so proud of her accomplishments, and that's so sweet of you to want to get her a small leather good for her graduation. All right, so when I first saw this question, a lot of you guys had some awesome recommendations below. Some of you had said that the clay, the mini Pochette. Some of you also said that the agenda would be a really great gift. So I agree. I brought some of those out so we have a little bit more eye candy. So first and foremost, the mini Pochette. Kind of like what I talked about with the first question, I think that this thing is amazing. It's versatile. She can use it various ways in her lifestyle, and also it doesn't have too much leather, so you don't have to be as careful with it. It's somewhat carefree. So I think that this little guy would be a really great gift. Another one, of course, is the clay. I love the clay. This was actually my first purchase from the fashion house, and kind of like the mini Pochette, it's very versatile. You can use it in so many different ways for your lifestyle, whether it's a little wallet or whether you want to put your keys in here, whatever the case may be. I think that this is awesome. And it's also very compact, so she can end up, you know, she doesn't have to give space to it too much. Another one that I really like is the Mon Mono card case, especially if you know her favorite colors or if you wanted to get it monogrammed. I think that this would be a really, really nice gift. It's very personal, and you know, it's a very compact wallet, so that way, again, she doesn't have to worry that it's going to be taking up too much space inside of her handbag. And along the same lines of a wallet, I also thought I'd bring out this guy, which is the Gucci card case. I really, really like this one, and it's still very compact. It's somewhat deceiving because it's small, but it still ends up carrying quite a few cards in here. You also have a zippered closure there that you can end up using your key fob, so I think that's great. You have a little bit more space for cash if need be, but the leather on this is absolutely amazing. So whether you go for the Gucci card case, the clay, or the Mon Mono card holder, or the mini Pochette, or even the agenda, as I said before, that people had mentioned, I think any of those would be really, really great small leather goods for her to start college. So hopefully that was able to help, but once again, major, major congratulations to her. Next question from Jackie Peters. Sponsored videos. How do you feel about them? Have you ever done any? And are there any companies you'd want to be sponsored by? All right, so sponsored videos. I know that every YouTuber will end up saying this differently. And some creators end up using this platform to expand their business, to expand their brand, or to become influencers and be able to make a career out of it, you know? So to each their own, whatever makes you happy, makes you happy. But I do see sponsored videos a little bit differently. I have done a total of 3 the entire time that I've been on YouTube, and they've been a year apart. I am extremely picky when it comes to sponsored videos and who I end up working with. I have had some enticing offers out there, and they sound really great in theory, but when we start to get into the details of the video, it comes down to what I can and can't say, and I have to say that the product is amazing. It's this, that, and the other, which I completely understand from a business standpoint, because no company wants negative publicity when it comes to their brand or to their product, so I get that, but I feel that for myself, it is imperative to be brutally honest with my audience when it comes to any product or any brand that I am showcasing, you know? So once they start to say, you have to say this, you have to say that, that's where it starts to fall apart. Because I feel that my word is my bond, and I don't want it to get blurry to the point where people don't believe what I'm saying. And I often think that when it comes to sponsored videos, you know, because I think, are they just saying it that they love it just because they're getting paid, or are they saying it because they genuinely believe in the product, you know? So like I said before, it's all a matter of personal preference, and I am definitely not trying to knock anyone that does these types of videos by any means whatsoever. But I just feel that it starts to get a little too much like a commercial type of thing. But still, I am extremely appreciative of the companies that I have had the opportunity to work with, and some others that I would like to, of course. Vans, that's a total no-brainer, right? Can you imagine? I'd be like, you don't even have to pay me, I'll do it for free. Or if you want to send me some shoes, that's cool too. So Vans would be great, Buxom Cosmetics would be amazing. Dior makeup would be great as well, or any of these luxury goods or luxury brands, but we all know that these fashion houses don't end up sponsoring YouTubers, you know, so that's kind of a bummer. But still, you know, like I said, to each their own, and whatever makes you happy makes you happy. And if you're making a career out of YouTube, then I think that that's amazing. But I just see it a little bit differently. So fantastic question. Hopefully I was able to answer it. Next question from LuxCC. I saw your Alma BB in the background. This is a bag that I'd like to get someday. What's holding me back is when I see the indentation from the handles on the secondary market. How do you store the bag when it's not debuting on your videos, and would you recommend it? All right, so we have a little bit more eye candy. Here is the Alma BB and the Damien Ben. And do I recommend this bag? I absolutely do. I think it is wonderful. The biggest con that I'd have to say with this bag, as I've said in the review, is that the strap that it comes with. It's not very versatile. It's kind of that one size fits all. So it's not the most user-friendly strap. But other than that, you know, I really like the silhouette. It definitely packs a punch. It's very small, but you can get away with carrying quite a few items inside. Now, when I go to store this bag, I store it exactly the way that you guys see it, with the zipper completely open and with the air paper all the way to the very top, When I first got it, I used to store it with the zipper completely closed, and I started to notice that indentation that you were talking about. Just because of the silhouette that it has, it seems to be a little bit more stiff at the very top. So when you go to zip it up, and if you have that much strain, I guess, on the zipper or on the canvas, that indentation will start to get a little bit more prominent as the years go by. So I figured that if I ended up storing it completely open, with the air paper all the way to the top, that maybe I can end up prolonging that indentation. And so far so good. I've had this bag for 2 years, I think, maybe, or 2.5 years, something like that. And in my opinion, I feel that it's really worn, you know, incredibly well. There's no indentation or anything like that. So that's what I would recommend doing. If you go to get this bag, you know, go for storing it with the zipper completely open. And that's another thing. Whenever I do use this bag, I don't really like to zip it up all the way either. I prefer to have it a little bit more open. This is the type of bag, because it's a little bit more restricting as far as the opening goes. I think that I can get away with leaving it open. You know, it's not necessarily like someone's going to has that much access to my items. So that has also ended up helping how it ends up wearing over time, because you're right, that indentation starts to get very noticeable very quickly in between these two handles, just because of the shape that this bag has. So that's what I would recommend, leaving it open with the air paper all the way to the top. So fantastic question. Hopefully I was able to help. And the last question from Yena Dominguez, hopefully I said that correctly. Do you have any siblings? Do your family members enjoy luxury as well, or are you solo crazy bag lady in the family? All right, so as far as siblings, yes, I do have a brother, and my family members, they really couldn't care less when it comes to luxury goods. So I am most definitely by myself on that one. I am the solo crazy bag lady of the family. And even though my hubby has started to kind of come over to the dark side, he's still very much in the not interested side than he is on mine, you know what I mean? And my brother does like luxury goods, but he refuses to buy any for himself. So he has told me that's where I come in for his birthday and for Christmas. I'm like, thanks, man, you know, thanks. But no, you know, cousins, aunts, uncles, no one really, they don't get it. Some of them have told me that I'm crazy. Some of them had said that it's kind of ridiculous, which is totally fine, to each their own. But I have been wanting to buy my mom a luxury handbag for years. You know, we've gone into the boutiques together, and I'm like, oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'll often ask her, advice when it comes to bags that I'm looking to add to my collection, and she gives me awesome feedback. But as far as her ever wanting to add one herself, she's like, nope, not for me. She even said, Minnie, if you ever buy me one, I'm gonna be so upset, you know, I don't want one. So I have definitely tried, either with like a small leather good or a handbag. She's like, no. So they're not interested in luxury goods, but that's totally fine. You know why? Because my extended family totally gets it. You guys get the crazy. You guys get the whole, you know, experience at the boutique and packaging and this, that, or the other, you know what I mean? So, you know, while my immediate family doesn't get it, my extended family does, and it's awesome to be able to talk about it, you know what I mean? But nope, I am the solo crazy bag lady in my family. But I'm curious about you guys. Are you guys the solo crazy bag person in your family, or, you know, does everyone in your family love luxury? Whatever the case may be, if you want, let us know in the comment section down below. So fantastic question. Hopefully I was able to answer it. All right, you guys, so that does it for Minks Monday Q&A. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to help. You guys had some awesome questions this week for this week's lineup. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the handbag of the week. There is a bag that kind of caught me by surprise 2 weeks ago when I was at South Coast Plaza, and that's the one that I really want to talk about this week. So I'm going to try my hardest to get that out. And as far as the third video, I'm not sure. I'm thinking about doing a, what's it called? I'm thinking about doing a, oh my gosh, a gift guide video, but I feel like those are always so similar to the one, you know, to previous years, because they're always going to be around the same things. So I'm curious, I mean, I'm still kind of debating whether or not I want to do that, but hopefully if everything goes as planned, there will be 3 videos this week. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red button down below and hitting that bell so you're notified when I upload videos, which is anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. And I'll see you guys later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day.